I went into town yesterday and I bought some beautiful eucalyptus and some ivy berries. Ivy berries, they're holly berries, the ilex berries. And I'm thinking I'm going to put these into my Christmas door wreath, but I really should give them the proper care. Recut the stems and put them in a jug of water until I'm ready to use them. But before we get on with that, have you been to a Christmas flower festival this year? I'm filming this video on the third Sunday of Advent. Last Sunday I went to a church flower festival, 15 minutes over there, and yesterday I went to another church flower festival. In fact, we went to 2 flower festivals with a friend. So come with me as I take you on a first gloomy walk across the fields and down through our local village to the first flower festival, and then I'll tell you more about the 2 bonus flower festivals we went to. Hello there, I'm Julie from Julie Davis Flower Workshops and Flower Start, the online flower arranging classes. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and if you've got a like-minded friend who loves a Christmas tree festival, I think I might have been saying flower festival earlier on, I do mean Christmas tree festival, do share this video with them, so even perhaps if they've not been able to get out this festive season, they'll get a chance to join in some of the festive fun. It's that time of the year again. I'm out hunting for a Christmas tree festival, and I did try and go visit one this morning, but I either got the date wrong or the venue wrong. But here we are, the first weekend in December, and I know there is definitely a church flower festival where I'm going this afternoon, because I've been here about 3, 4 or 5 times in the past. So I've decided to wrap up warm, head over to the church, and I'm hoping to see lots of beautiful Christmas trees. And fingers crossed, there'll be a hot cup of tea and a slice of cake waiting for me when I get there. Can you see the church there up in the distance? There is a barn with a corrugated roof to the left-hand side, and then there's some scaffolding over another barn. That's very square shape behind the tree on the left, and then just above the red car in the middle of the road is the church tower, which is quite an unusual shape. And then behind there is Queen Court Barn. So I believe that is an Elizabethan medieval property with black and white timbers, and they've previously had an archaeological dig in the garden before works took place, and I'm guessing converting the barn to housing. I'm not quite sure, but this is the house that the barns would originally have belonged to. You can just see the corrugated tin, the other barn behind, and then that huge tent of scaffolding. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there over the coming weeks and months. We're at Vicarage Lane, and then coming closer to the church, I can see there's lots of cars parked up on the verge, so it looks like this is going to be a popular event. Rather spectacular flint walls and the lich gate leading into the churchyard. They're closer to the church, and then you should be able to see more of that church tower and its unusual shape. It's looking all a bit sinister in the grey, dull Decemberness of today. Well, I've just bumped into a couple of friends at the church gate who've gone on a much longer walk than me, and they have recommended the cakes. I think there were pumpkin spice biscuits and a really rich chocolate cake. So let's head inside and see what treats there are in store for us. So we're at the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul, and a lovely little red Christmas tree greeting us. And look at that fabulous old wooden door. Just so much history around us, which we seem to take for granted all the time, because we see it every single week. blue and yellow tree in support of our Ukrainian friends. Ukrainian families helped to create this Christmas tree with great gratitude for the help from English people. Please treat yourself to candy from the Christmas tree. This was given to us by relatives from Ukraine. And there are the sweets. It's really busy in the church. So just a few little peaks. The Christmas mouse and the popcorn tinsel garland. Little woodland creatures. Now this tree is called the artist's tree, with lots of knitted Christmas elves doing their paintings, and then the baubles hanging from the tree include lots of artist paints and brushes. A great idea. And then the tree topper is an artist's palette. A lovely little natural garland with acorns. This one here is fallen out. You need to really pull them out, put a dab of hot glue in there. That will stay secure. And the Advent candles, so it's the second Sunday of Advent. And a cute little candy cane Christmas tree with, looks like marshmallow baubles. I just noticed there's organ pipes on two sides. And I've also noticed some tile work. How many times have I been in this church and not noticed the terracotta tiles? They really are quite spectacular. There's lots of artificial trees. This one here is a stoneware crock pot, and the hydrangeas have been sprayed with gold. And across the way there is a gingerbread tree. From a distance I thought it was real gingerbread, but they're cardboard cutouts with pipe cleaner candy cane twists. And this is a real tree, really tall, must be about 3 or 4 metres tall, with some lovely garland fairy lights, and then little angels made out of wool, it looks like, with big wire-edged ribbon bows as their wings. They're little Christmas trees, just some trees on Christmas trees. So it's coloured straws cut into a triangular shape with what looks like a lollipop stick behind. A clever idea. The side chapel here. So many creative ideas. The snowman Christmas tree with lots of snowflakes cut out of paper. And this one, I wonder who has made this one. Oh, it's the cleaners of the church, I think it says. Can you see the scrubbing brush tree topper? And the green dustpan and brush at the bottom. And look at this. It's a marmalade tree, especially for Paddington. It's taken us more special place in our hearts after we featured in the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Dried oranges and then cutouts of jars of marmalade. And as you know, Paddington always kept a marmalade sandwich under his hat in case of emergencies. There's a cooking theme with this tree. What can you spot? is the Christmas fairy on top of the tree, made out of a tea towel and a washing up cloth. Oh, it says, "I'm the Christmas angel to hang up on your wall. I'll help you with your baking and see that your cakes don't fall. While you're busy cooking and with other chores you do, you'll always have an angel watching over you." Oh, isn't that lovely? And some cookie cutters, look like the daisies there. Christmas pudding, bauble. Oh, I can see a Bakewell tart. More Christmas puddings. And then very traditional mince pie cutters with a little handle there. And Christmas cake. And I can see the Stork Wartime Cookery book and a Woman's Weekly cookbook with over 300 recipes for 40p. Oh, and there's one for golden syrup too. And recipes around the edge. Farmhouse quiche. St Andrew's meat sausage pie. Wooden spoons. Measuring scoops. Cinnamon sticks. An icing squirter decorating thing. I remember my mum having one of those. What a fun idea. Well, I can testify that it wasn't chocolate cake, it was coffee cake. It was absolutely delicious. And I chanced by a couple of ladies that I knew. So it was lovely to sit down and catch up with them and have a chat. So now I'm wrapped up warm again. It's time to walk home across the fields. So what did you think about that flower festival at Ospringe, which is my local village, just a few minutes walk away from here? Now, the weather was a bit dark, dank, typical December weather. This morning we've woken up to a second really hard frost. Yesterday the sky was beautiful, blue skies, sunshine, but really, really crisp and cold. And I went over to another local village in Orr, which is 10 minutes walk that way, and we had a little church Christmas tree festival. Now this festival, I think it's the first time they've run it, and there were just 4 trees inside the tiny church. Absolutely beautiful. So teas and coffee were free. You certainly needed it to warm up, and the Christmas trees were available for auction, and they were going to go to the highest bidder, and you took the whole Christmas tree home, apart from one of them, which was made or decorated by the local primary school, and that was going back to the primary school so the children could take their decorations home with them. I didn't take any video of this particular Christmas tree festival, but I did take a few photographs, so I'll lay them on over here, and then you'll be able to see the beautiful trees. Each one of them was a proper living tree, unlike the festival that I've just shown you, where most of the trees were artificial. And then, because we were in Christmas tree festival mode, I said to my friend, why don't we drive over to Chilham, which is about a 15-minute drive in that direction. And Chilham, if you haven't been, is the most beautiful festival. Now, if you like your period dramas, you might recognise Chilham Square, and I'll give you a 180 pan round so you can have a look at Chilham Square. Now, this was the first time my friend had ever been to a Christmas tree festival in Chilham. She did tell me her niece had been married in the church, and she was totally blown away. And there was nothing nicer than when you were able to share with a friend something you love doing, and she was totally blown away. And with all these church Christmas tree festivals, I meet somebody I know. So in this particular one at Chilham, I met a lady who booked me to do a flower arranging workshop for her flower club. I must remember to write that down. Second Monday in October 2023. So come with me as we walk through this particular Christmas Tree Festival. I'm probably not going to do any commentary on this because I'm hoping by the time I'm editing that there was enough background noise and the choir was singing, and that'll just give you a lovely immersive experience. Oh, lovely.
Julia, I love this. I want to do a Christmas tree covered in these. It's so pretty.
So I hope you've enjoyed that whistle-stop tour of those 3 Christmas tree festivals. I am recutting my stem ends and putting them in my jug of water. Now it is really cold here. There is this much rainwater in my jug, but it's absolutely frozen solid. So I'm going to have to remember to decant these flowers into actual fresh water because they won't want their toes in the frozen. That's all from me for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's video. As I said before, don't forget to like, share and comment. It'll help my YouTube channel grow. And if you love all things Christmassy, don't forget to check out my previous Vlogmas episodes. I think I did Vlogmas in 2017, 2019 and 2021. So I will try and remember to leave those 3 playlists in the notes underneath this video so you can have a good old Christmas fest or a Vlogmas fest from the warmth and comfort of your own home. That's all from me for now, and I'll see you again next time.
I'm glad someone started to clap it.